Okay, now SAP project. This is our ultimate goal, but to achieve this, we have to understand the metrics, requirements, landscape, infrastructure, um, modules, functions, and so on. So whenever a client or a company wants to engage or improve their reporting, process handling, and improvement, speed up or accelerate business with expansion plans, then they require ERP. Now, ERP nowadays are customized on cloud, on premise. So whenever a company wants to engage in ERP implementations, they will first go for scoping, in-house scoping. Now, what is scoping? Now, scoping means the landscape or the process collection, all departments, or the process of all the departments like financials, production, um, inventory, warehouse, HCM, sales, CRM, and so on. Financials, production. So now what happens? Reps or HODs or directors of these modules or these departments will actually team up with their own department reps like managers and officers, execs, and they will appoint a business process owner, BPO, and they will first carry out an audit. That audit will summarize all the process for all the departments, plus it will collect all the processes in molecular details. What are molecular details? Molecular details are DFDs, which is data flow diagrams. Okay. Will also include authorizations, like some processes are allowed to some sections of the workers and some are disallowed. Okay. Then molecular details also carry integration details with other departments, like finance will work closely with inventory, costing, production. Integration points are very necessary, and this will be collected. Once the scoping is covered, not 100%, but to the max, it's not possible or easy to collect all maximum processes, because ERP is ever evolving landscape. Okay. So speaking of HCM, there will be areas like there will be a director for human resource HR. That director will ensure there are positions available or operating in the enterprise, like training and evaluation manager, hiring manager, remuneration manager, organizational development manager, compensation manager, payroll manager, right? So the director will, of course, collect all the processes in the same way for their own department, and all of that scoping book will be compiled at one place. Okay. And that will become the business blueprint. And this is a confidential document because everything is there. So then they actually call for consulting companies. After this blueprint is done internally, consulting companies are invited for pre-scoping evaluation, pre-implementation interviews and surveys and in everything, meetings and pre-sales, demos, okay? And in that, they actually show their muscle, their ability, their team, their project managers, their change managers. Plus, they also share the strategy, the route, timelines, user licensing, okay, for on-premise, on cloud, okay. All of this actually comes under discussion. And they give and settle down for technical and functional demos, okay, technical and functional demos. So 8 to 10 companies will actually come up and they will share the profiles, timelines, quotes, quotations after their demos have been done. Okay. Final, of course, the call is given by the client after their management evaluates the companies based on their expertise, reach, experience, consultant profiles and project managers and so on, and of course pricing also. Okay. So once that is done, implementation will actually kick off, and that consulting company will get that project. Will get that project. Okay. The consulting company then goes for studying and observing and getting information gathering. But before that, they actually go for 0-day training where users, super users, BPOs, they get to see an overview of SAP, which is a simple walkthrough, so they get an idea, and then the project kickoff actually starts. Project kickoff, after the project kickoff, the scoping will actually starts where interviews happen, process collection happens, surveys are done, observations are noted, okay. That scoping is again technical and functional both, and then this all scoping is then compared with the scoping done by that company in-house. That scoping then produces mappable processes, not mappable processes. Mappable processes are configured in SAP, not mappable are then identified as gap analysis points or processes. Once that is all done, this activity is done. This is called as is document, which is part of the blueprint document the consulting company will produce. Okay, they will produce that blueprint, and then when the as is in place, as is means what is actually currently happening in the company. Then the SAP consultants and architect will sit down and they will produce 2B. In that 2B, they will map processes from legacy systems to SAP. Map only, not configure. Okay. And when they configure, they will configure later on. They will map the process and they will then collect gap analysis process to direct those unmappable process for customization. Okay. Both as is and to be process become blueprint document, which is a milestone after which the realization process or the phase starts, which is configuration. Configuration actually is done after the architect actually hands down the document to their consultants with every configuration node that is mentioned. And then the realization starts. After realization comes the UAT process where users get trained and the systems are tested. Okay. After the UAT, what is UAT? User acceptance test. The company users, the BPOs, everyone actually gets to use and test the system, and they actually pass or fail the process. If 80% of the processes are good to go, then the next phase that starts is pre-production. In pre-production, what happens is uploads, reconciliations, and configuration transport to production server. Okay. After this, the reconciliation is done, the go live happens, and after the go live, of course, there is support, post go live support that the consultants will give for 2 weeks or 2 months, whatever they actually decide, and customization starts for processes which are unmappable. Okay. So this is the SAP landscape. In SAP, of course, there are many modules right now. There's so much evolution happening in SAP. In HCM, of course, we've already gone through a little bit of coverage that we have seen in the previous lecture. What we'll be covering is personnel management, time management, payroll, training, and event management, organizational management. Okay. Each of these, of course, has quite a lot of deeper information, and we'll be looking at all of these. Okay. Menu and extras, technical details, extras, settings, display technical names. Okay, human resources, personnel management, administration, HR master data. Now we have technical names, PA40. Okay. And we have uh, recruitment. We will be looking at all of these one by one very soon. Organizational management, organizational plan. We'll be looking at this as well. Okay. But before that, we'll go into much more detail in administration. Okay. And in personal actions, personal development. We'll be looking into these. Okay. Now, speaking of SAP, it's very easy to log in to SAP. I'll just share that. Okay. 100. You just give the login name and the password, and we are in the system. SPRO, this is our configuration mode, and from here we will actually start our configuration. What we have done so far is, let's go and see that in SE10. SE10 display and Benetton group. BN01, this is our last lecture's coverage. We created company code, plant, storage location, subgroups, groups, sub areas, personal areas, employee groups, and we also assigned this to company code, which was our last lecture.